Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Provocative Biofuel by Sagarika Babu. In this video, our topic is carbohydrates, which is the most important nutrient present in food. Of course, it's a quite interesting topic, but I have included only the important points in the carbohydrates. So I request you to see the full video without skipping. I have already released 7 videos in the topic NEET and AIPMT MCQs, and I also released videos on the diagrams in biology and also the important topics. So if you type my channel name in the YouTube search engine, you can able to see what all the playlists I have created and the videos I have uploaded. Fine. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the notifications of my upcoming videos. Now let's start the session. Carbohydrates. It is also known as polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. That is polyhydroxyaldehydes or polyhydroxyketones. Fine. It is composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of 1:2:1. The formula for this is CH2O the whole N. So basically these carbohydrates is defined by it is a organic substances having carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The term carbohydrates is derived from French term called hydrate de carbone, indicating that it is a hydrate of carbon. Okay. So these carbohydrates are directly produced during the photosynthesis of autotrophic plants. So these carbohydrates are also called saccharides. What do you mean by saccharides? It means sugar. Okay. Why these carbohydrates are called saccharides means their basic components are sugars. Okay. Please don't forget, carbohydrates, their basic components are sugars. That is why they are also called as saccharides. So based on this saccharide content, carbohydrates are divided into 3 types: monosaccharide, disaccharide and polysaccharide, which we are going to see next. Monosaccharides. Monosaccharides are the simplest form of carbohydrates which comprises of single organic molecule. So basically monosaccharides are the monomers which cannot be hydrolyzed further into smaller components. So depending on the number of carbon atoms, these monosaccharides are classified into trioses, tetroses, pentoses and hexoses. So example for these is for trioses the example is glyceraldehyde, for tetroses erythrose, for pentoses ribose, xylose, and for hexoses glucose, fructose, galactose, and for heptoses it is pseudoheptulose. So among these monosaccharides, hexoses play a major role, which consist of glucose, fructose, galactose. So these hexoses are generally white crystalline and sweet substances. Among those, fructose is the sweetest of all naturally occurring sugars. It is also called fruit sugar because of its common occurrence in fruits. Okay, because of its common occurrence in fruits, fructose is also called as fruit sugar. But among the fruits, the exception is grapes. Grapes does not contain fructose. Fine. And not only fruits, nectar and honey also contain fructose. So next is glucose. Glucose is blood sugar and common respiratory substrate, which is also called grape sugar. Okay, so glucose is called grape sugar, fructose is called fruit sugar. Okay, don't confuse it. And glucose is also called as dextrose, being dextrorotatory. Next carbohydrate we are going to see is disaccharides. These carbohydrates are formed by the condensation of 2 monosaccharide monomers. These disaccharides is also known as oligosaccharides. What is meant by oligosaccharides means they are the small carbohydrates which are formed by the condensation of 2 to 9 monosaccharides. So among those, disaccharide means condensation of 2 monosaccharide monomers. So there are 3 common disaccharides are there. They are maltose, sucrose, lactose. This maltose is nothing but a combination of, that is condensation of two monosaccharide monomers. What are those two? Glucose plus glucose. So glucose plus glucose combine to form maltose. This maltose is present in germinating cereals. Fine. Next, sucrose. Sucrose is nothing but a combination of glucose plus fructose. So this sucrose is present in cane sugar. Next, lactose. Lactose is a combination of glucose plus galactose. This lactose is present in milk. Next is polysaccharides. So these polysaccharides are the complex carbohydrates formed by the polymerization of a large number of monosaccharides. Depending upon the composition, these polysaccharides are of two types: homopolysaccharides, heteropolysaccharides. So what is this homopolysaccharide? It is nothing but carbohydrates which are composed of a single type of monosaccharide. For example, starch, glycogen, cellulose. These three are the homopolysaccharide which are composed of a single type of monosaccharide called glucose. Next type is heteropolysaccharide, which are produced by the condensation of two or more types of monosaccharide or their derivatives. For example, chitin, peptidoglycan. Fine. Not only this classification, polysaccharide is also classified as food storage polysaccharide, structural polysaccharide and mucopolysaccharide. So what are the polysaccharides present in food storage polysaccharide means? Starch and glycogen. Starch is a storage polysaccharide of most plants. It is formed as a end product of photosynthesis. Fine. So these starch molecules serve as storage food materials, trapping enormous amount of energy. So in food grains, this starch is present in food grains. In food grains, it is available as pectin and amylopectin molecules. So next food storage polysaccharide is glycogen. So glycogen is a polysaccharide. It is mainly stored inside liver and muscles in our body, and it is also a food reserve of animals, bacteria and fungi. Then structural polysaccharides contain chitin, cellulose. Chitin is the second most abundant organic substance. It is a structural component of fungal walls and exoskeleton of arthropods. So in fungal wall, chitin is also known as fungus cellulose. In chitin, the basic unit is not glucose but a nitrogen containing glucose known as N-acetyl glucosamine. Okay. Next is cellulose. It is a fibrous homopolysaccharide. Okay, so this cellulose is the most abundant organic substance of the biosphere, forming 50% of carbon found in plants. Not only plants, cotton fibers have about 90% of cellulose. Wood contains 25 to 50% of cellulose. Next is mucopolysaccharides. So mucopolysaccharides are the slimy substances or mucilages which possess acidic or aminated polysaccharides or mucilages that are quite common in both the plants and animals. So the examples for this mucopolysaccharides are chondroitin sulfate, hyaluronic acid. Okay, this is more than enough for you. So these carbohydrates are high in the foods such as rice, grains, fruits, starchy vegetables, beans, peas, lentils, meat, poultry, seafood, etc. So these foods contain high content of carbohydrates. Each gram of carbohydrate is capable of yielding energy equivalent of 4.1 calories. So each gram of carbohydrate is equivalent to 4.1 calories. So the main functions of the carbohydrates are: it is our body's main source of energy and it helps to fuel our brain, kidney, heart muscles and central nervous system. So basically these carbohydrates provide energy, store energy, build macromolecules and spare protein and fat for other uses. So that's all. If you find this video useful, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment. Thanks for watching.